welcome back to a new video. Today this isn't usually how I sit. Hello everybody and welcome back to Monday Movie Hunting is the normal thing.
The best day to start your week.
Yeah, I messed it up. Josh had to help
in the video, can't you?
I should just start again. But actually it brings me to an interesting point. Last week I didn't do the I just said hello everybody and welcome back to Monday Movie Hunting, the best way to start your week. That is it.
Slacking. Without
the and a few people noticed and commented in the comments, so I thought that was exciting that people noticed. So, if you haven't gathered already, it is Monday Movie Hunting, and I'm just going to let you guys know an update on last week's Monday Movie Hunting. I did manage to find the Pokemon I Choose You movie. I found it on the Tuesday in Tesco's. Yes, so I was super happy.
I found it.
Josh found it. Well, no, I think we both found it. He said, oh, they might have it in Tesco. We went to Tesco on the Tuesday and they had it. And so, yeah, I managed to get it because you guys probably saw it was out on stock on Amazon. Didn't have it in Sainsbury's and things like that.
Snow, wasn't it, though?
Yeah, it was
Blame
because
the snow.
But I actually went to Sainsbury's today, which you'll see in a minute, and they had it today. So I don't know if I was just really blind. I'm sure it wasn't there. I'm sure it wasn't there last week, but now I'm second guessing myself. Anyway, so let's go ahead to the Sainsbury's clips, then we'll talk about all this week's kind of stuff. So let's go! I realize you can see this pillow. I'm just leaning on a pillow because this is a wall, so it seems comfier.
No.
And today I picked up 2 movies, and I told you guys I was picking up 1. And the reason being is because 1 got moved forward. And so I was like, oh, people started guessing, and I was like, wait, that comes out next week? And I thought, oh, maybe someone's got it wrong, like when one person did it first. And then I kind of thought, I'll look it up, and then didn't go out to it. And then someone else guessed it. I was like, wait, does it come out next week? And, well, this was last week, so next week, this week. You guys get me. And it did. So 2 movies came out. 1 moved forward. I thought it was coming out next week. Came out this week. So there's 2. So if you were kind of on the edge, because there was some, split guesses, you probably got it right, because I actually picked up 2 films. So the first one that I was originally going to pick up, that I originally knew was coming out today, was Geostorm. And I will tell you guys now, Josh actually picked up both of these films. This one, Geostorm, he saw the trailer for it, I think around Christmas time, advertised on the TV, and he said, oh, that looks really interesting, I really want to see that. So I said, oh, just let you know, that Geostorm's coming out on this day, if you want to pick it up. He said, oh yeah, I'll pick it up. And I've actually looked into it, it looks quite interesting, I quite like the cast. I'm always a bit of a fan of these disaster movies, so I'm looking forward to seeing this one. And so yeah, we knew this was coming out, quite like the cover. That's kind of all I have to say about it. I literally don't know too much about it, but I think it is a disaster movie, and we saw it advertised at Christmas. Next one is one that I'm probably more excited about than Geostorm, but people might not think that I'm more excited about it. But there's a funny reason, and this is one that, again, obviously Josh picked it up. It's kind of a movie that would be typical for him to pick up, like you'd expect him to pick this up, but maybe not so much myself. And to be fair, I think even the other reason why I want to watch it ties more in with why Josh would have picked it up than me, and it is Happy Death Day. This is one that people started guessing, and I was like, oh, does that come out on Monday? It did. Here it is. Basically, the interesting thing with this film, 1, is obviously kind of a horror. Is it like a horror comedy, or is it actually a horror? I presume it's kind of funny. Oh, from the producer of Get Out, The Purge and The Visit. I really liked Get Out and The Visit, and I haven't seen any of The Purges. Anyway, this film is basically like a horror-ish, I don't know what you want to call it, Groundhog Day. And it's one of those films where they repeat the day over and over and over. And if you guys know me, you know that I, and Josh maybe even more so, love the films that repeat the days over and over and over. All because of Pete's Christmas. Now, I have seen Groundhog Day a while ago, and I do enjoy Groundhog Day, but Pete's Christmas is our favourite Christmas film. We absolutely love it, and basically it's about Pete reliving his Christmas over and over and over again, and it's just great. I also really enjoyed Before I Fall, that was on Netflix. Anything that just repeats over and over and over, it's great. And this is basically what this is. And secondly, another reason why I'm really excited about this and really love it is because there's a supernatural episode, I think in season 3. I couldn't be sure, so don't quote me on that, but I think it's early-ish on, 3 or 4, where basically, this doesn't really ruin anything, it's just like a funny episode. This exact film plot happens in one of the episodes to Dean. He keeps like dying and then he wakes up and it's like Tuesday again and Heat of the Moment's playing, and I think it's called Mystery Spot, the episode, I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. If you might know what I mean. I think it's called Mystery Spot, but I literally haven't prepared or looked it up before doing this video, so I'm just going off like memory guess. And it's one of my favourite supernatural episodes and I absolutely love it. So yeah, Pete's Christmas and supernatural episode joined together. I feel like this is kind of what that is, because like I say, he dies and then he comes back and it's this whole thing. I presume this is going to be a bit more gory, maybe a bit more horror, I have no idea. But those are the 2 that we picked up today and I'm really excited. I'm probably going to be watching Happy Death Day tomorrow or Wednesday, and then watch Geostorm soon. I only have 1 left to watch from last week's pickups, which I'm pretty happy about because there was 5. So 4 watched in a week, I feel like it's pretty good going. So I'm rather pleased, and I'm probably going to try and watch, I'm definitely going to watch the one that I've got left this week. But whether or not I watch before Happy Death Day, I'm not sure, it just depends what mood I'm in. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the spreadsheet. There will be some guesses in there from last week's, because I didn't do the spreadsheet last week, but I won't mention each person, so it will just be the updated one with the people who guessed correctly this week. So whether or not you guessed Happy Death Day or Geostorm, you'll still get a point, because that was just me not double checking into things. So let's go to the spreadsheet. Okay, so here are the people who guessed correctly this week. We have Spoon Mum on 31. Oh yes, so we never talked about the 30 milestone from last week. Paul also guessed correctly this week. And Kevin, shuffling down, we have George Boyce 10, who's still on a little bit of a roll as well, with 16. And Type 40 TARDIS was the only other correct guesser from last week, so there was 3. So yeah, the 3 people who guessed all 5 correctly last week were Spoon Mum, George Boyce 10, and Type 40 TARDIS. And I've got this little circle going on. Oh, there we go. So I couldn't scroll down. So okay, we have Colin and Alison also guessed correctly this week. And a new guesser, Desmond, at the bottom here, also guessed correctly this week as well. So that's everyone who guessed correctly this week. Let's head back to the other me. Okay, so well done if you guessed correctly. That is awesome. And now let's talk about next week. Oh no, wait. Also, let me just mention the Snowman also came out today. That was Josh drinking his cup of tea. I apologise. The Snowman also came out today. You went like, like, you know when someone has a drink, they go, Anyway, I'll say it one more time. The Snowman also came out today, which I've heard really terrible things about, so I just kind of just didn't pick it up, just ignored it. So let me know if you've seen the Snowman, but I was like, I've heard some bad things about it. No one really seemed to like it, so I probably won't pick it up. If it's ever really cheap, maybe I would check it out, but I just, from the terrible reviews, I decided to kind of just bypass that one. Okay, so now let's talk about next week. Next week I'm picking up 2 movies, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be sure this time. Yeah, so 2 movies next week. Both of them I'm really excited about. One of them I am very excited about. It's one of my most anticipated of the month, so I can't wait for that. And I will tell you, I will give you like a little clue, because there's not that many films coming out next week, so I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be able to guess which 2 they are. But I think there's one thing that could trip people up. So if you've watched this far into the video, this is a clue. It's literally the biggest clue ever. It's not really a film though, so I wasn't really sure what to do, but I think if you know me well, you might be like, I'm not sure on this. And basically next week, the TV mini show, I don't even know what it is, but the Crooked House show, I think it's a show. I think it's a show. Let me look now. Which is an Agatha Christie book. So it's Agatha Christie's Crooked House. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is it a show? Is it not? 1 hour 50 minutes. Maybe it's not a show. Is it a film? What is it? Maybe I do want to pick this up. I've not. Right, okay, the reason is I've not read Crooked House. I love Agatha Christie and I've read quite a lot of her books. But I would always like to read the book before I watch the film or the show or whatever. And so Crooked House isn't one that I've read. I will be reading it at some point, and then I'll probably go and pick it up. There was another one, like Witness of the something, that came out. You know, I haven't picked up all of the Agatha Christie ones. I picked up And Then There Were None, which was like a TV mini-series, which is what I actually thought this was, but now I'm looking at it. It just looks like a film. Does anybody know? Oh, it's got an interesting cast. Oh, you know what I feel like I'm going to have to do? I feel like I'm going to have to buy Crooked House the book soon. Comes out 26th of February. It says it's 1 hour 50 minutes. Oh, this sounds really good. Has anyone seen the film or whatever it is? Is it a film? People are saying it wasn't very good. It was too slow. That's the reviews on Amazon. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not picking up Crooked House, and we've established it is a film. Let me know if you've seen it. I just have no idea. Was it a BBC? It wasn't like a big movie blockbuster release. I think it was BBC. It doesn't even say. Where did this come from? Somebody please fill me in. I literally don't know where this has come from. But basically it's coming out next week and I'm not picking it up. And now I'm looking into it and I'm like, ooh, interesting. But it's on my radar. I love Agatha Christie. I'll always be interested to watch adaptations of her work, but I just don't think it's quite the same. And Then There Were None is one of my favourite books of all time, and it is my favourite Agatha Christie book, which maybe is a little bit cliche because it's one of her most popular books, but I just love it so much. And I've started watching the mini TV series and I'm enjoying it, but it's not on the level of the book. So yeah, there is some topical Agatha Christie other talk coming up soon, which I'm sure you'll all know about anyway, so that's another clue for future Monday Movie Hunts, which I will be discussing a bit more. But as for Crooked House, I'm not picking up Crooked House. Okay, so that was my clue. Still picking up 2 movies, not to confuse anybody, but not Crooked House. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've seen either of these films. I'm sure quite a lot of people have seen Happy Death Day. And let me know if you've seen The Snowman. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!